best way to prepare for the new year is to start now. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina. Can you guys believe 2024 is wrapping up already? I feel like this year flew by. This time of year could feel really chaotic with the holidays coming up, end of year deadlines, and just everything in between there. But also it is the perfect time to slow down, reflect, and reset so you could have your intentions and focus in order before the new year starts. So with all that being said, in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing you my personal guide of how you can close out the year feeling accomplished and get ready to embrace 2025. I'm gonna be sharing actionable steps of how you could finish the year off strong and step into 2025 with a mind reset and feeling like your absolute best self. So let's dive into today's video. Step number 1, having a clean slate. So this next step is all about decluttering your spaces and resetting your routines for the new year. I'm gonna have a new year reset slash decluttering coming out really soon, and I'm gonna show you guys everything I did within that video to prepare for the new year. I do feel like this is super important to start your reset off with a clean slate. That's why it is step number 1, because starting today makes the new year a continuation of your growth. So let that sink in, because basically you starting today will allow growth to happen just within the next couple weeks of the new year, and you'll be a different person on the new year rather than waiting till the new year to start all these little habits. You don't need the new year to just be a reset for you. It could be a continuation of you growing every single day. So you don't need to wait till the new year to officially start all these little habits. To have a clean slate and to see growth, I would recommend these 3 things. 1, declutter. Pick an area to focus on, whether it's your desk, your closet, a drawer, your phone. And for me personally, my phone and my laptop I spend so much time on that I took some time to do this, and it literally was like a weight lifted off my shoulder because there was just so many unwanted photos, things I wanted to organize, and I just feel so much better doing that. So I would totally recommend decluttering something or decluttering your whole room if you have time, because it will make you feel so much better. Number 2, reset your routines. Look at what's been working for you and what hasn't. Do a little bit of reflection, because honestly I realized for me that working out in the evening is so much better because it allows me to have a better nighttime routine and wind down for the day versus the morning. So I implemented that in my routines, and I honestly feel like it has helped so much. So really reflect on your routines and see what you could improve on. Number 3, tie up loose ends. This is so important, and it could really help you end on a really good note for the year. Think about unfinished projects and commitments that you really want to finish by the end of the year. Then write a list down of deadlines you possibly have so you could kind of feel determined to achieve this by the end of the year or even the beginning of next year. The overall goal of these 3 things is to have a clear space mentally and physically, which are both super important. I think this really allows you to step into the new year feeling refreshed, and I always say a clear surrounding equals a clear mind, and I think these 3 things will really help benefit you feel those things and feeling really refreshed for the new year. To add to that, step number 2, clearing out your to-do list. You know what I'm talking about, the things on your to-do list that have been sitting there for months that you haven't touched, and you told yourself you were going to do it but you actually haven't because you haven't had the time to. Trust me, that happens to the best of us, because I've done the same thing. I need to still figure out my health insurance. Yeah, girl, I know I need to do that. I need to organize some emails. I need to do quite a bit of things. I'm not gonna list everything because I'm just gonna bore you guys. Being an adult is rough, but let me tell you, every step you take now is one last step you have to take in the new year, which honestly is such a great way to think about it, because you should be doing this task right now, so then it's less to worry about in the new year and you don't have to pile up everything within the first couple weeks. So let's take some time to write 3 to 5 small manageable tasks that you really want to get done. You can even time block this, which if you don't know what time blocking is, it's a time management strategy where you basically take a chunk of time and you designate it for a certain task. I honestly have seen so much success when I do this, because sometimes I get carried away in time. So setting timers and really time blocking my day has helped me get so many things done. Even finishing off 1 to 2 tasks of things that you've been putting off will make you have a sense of accomplishment and make you feel so good. So definitely recommend some time blocking to achieve all those little tasks that you've been wanting to do this year instead of waiting to push it off next year. Step number 3 is reflect on your goals and accomplishments. Of course, this wouldn't be a reset without doing some reflection, and especially since we just finished all the cleaning and clearing our minds, I think this is the perfect time to reflect. I think reflection is super important, especially towards the end of the year, so you could really look at what you did this year, and so you don't feel like you didn't do nothing, because I feel like right now you could just be like, oh, I didn't actually do anything. But when you really look at each month by month, you're like, wow, I actually did do a lot. I should give myself some props of everything I did this year. So you should definitely give yourself some props, and don't underestimate yourself, because I believe all you guys do amazing things, and give yourself some credit. It's so easy to get focused on things that didn't go as planned, but I like to focus on the positives and things we did do good this year. So here's how you could do it. First, let's grab your journal and ask yourself these 3 questions. What are my biggest wins of this year? What surprised me the most, either good or bad? And what lessons did I learn, and how did that shape me into who I am today? I feel like all these questions are really good to look back as a whole year, and honestly I feel like one thing could really shape your whole entire year, good or bad. So I really think some time to reflect on these questions would be really good. One of the best things that happened for me this year is hitting my goal and starting my YouTube channel. I talk about this all the time because I honestly am so grateful and thankful for you guys, because honestly I feel like I've learned so much and became such a more disciplined person because of this, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I'm just so excited to see what 2025 has in store for us. Also, to add to this, I think a really good way to reflect is maybe go through your camera roll and see each month and see little memories you have of like how your year went, because I feel like that's a really good way to reflect on your year as a whole. I love doing this because I'm like, oh my gosh, I did so much within the year actually that I totally forgot about. So definitely recommend that. Step number 4 is planning the new year. I know this may seem very simple, but I actually have a couple categories of how you could start your year off strong. Number 1, set intentions. So I swapped out the word goals for intentions for a reason, because I honestly realized that you could have goals, but they actually don't make you feel a certain way. I feel like it's really important to focus on the way you are feeling. So a couple suggestions: maybe you want to feel more confident, you want to feel more energized, you want to feel more balanced with work and school or just personal life. I feel like these are way better than just having a goal. Don't get me wrong, you could still write goals, but instead of writing a ton of goals, I would definitely reflect and see, does this align with how I want to feel? Because literally so many goals actually don't align with how you want to feel at the end of the year, and that is something that I definitely learned this year. So say you want to feel more confident, maybe a goal could be do daily affirmations of journaling, because then journaling has a purpose to align with your intention for the year. So hopefully that all makes sense, and you guys could figure out some intentions that will actually make you feel good and feel like your best self for this upcoming year. Number 2, ease into your habits. Habits do not just come overnight. You're not gonna wake up January 1st and be like, oh my gosh, yes, let's journal, let's meditate, let's do all this. Girl, be so freaking for real. That's not gonna happen. It doesn't work like that. Even though it'd be amazing and it'd be like perfect if it did, but that's not reality. And in this channel, we're keeping it realistic. So for example, starting off with a simple goal such as journaling once a week, drinking a little bit more water every day. Based off the book Atomic Habits, which if you watch my channel for some time, you guys know Atomic Habits has literally switched my mindset so much. So in the book, it says small changes can lead to big transformations, which is so true. So baby steps are key, because you're not going to do everything at once. It's going to lead to burnout. It's not going to lead to a successful habit. So small micro habits every day will actually allow these habits to stick and allow you to become more successful. Number 3 is practice gratitude. We got to be grateful. Literally, there's so much to be grateful for within this year, within every single day. Literally a bed to sleep on, a roof over our head, just so many little things that you might take for so granted, but not everybody has those things. And I know I'm so lucky and privileged to have the life I have, and I feel like everybody should show a little bit of gratitude, especially towards this end of the year. There's no better time than right now to show thanks and give back. Honestly, I feel like this year, that's one of the ways I've stayed really grounded. I would write down a couple things every single day that I am grateful for. Even if I don't write it down, I think about it every single day that I wake up. I literally just automatically think, I'm so grateful to be waking up next to my boyfriend. I'm so grateful to have this roof over my head. Practicing gratitude is a small habit, but a super powerful one to especially bring good energy into your life. Just doing this, you'll have a shift in your mindset that will be so powerful and amazing that you'll be so grateful that you just give some gratitude every single day. It's literally currently 111. Talk about perfect timing. See, this is your sign. Step number 4, visualize your future. And I say this because there's so many different ways you could do this, and it's different for everybody. But I personally like doing vision boards. I love doing monthly vision boards on my laptop. You guys know how I am with my Pinterest boards. I am obsessed with Pinterest. I feel like it is a really great way, especially at the beginning of the year, to kind of see what type of vibe you want, get some motivation. And especially at the beginning of the year, I love building a physical vision board because I get to see it every single day and look at what I'm trying to build towards. and I'm actually having a vision board party this weekend. So the day that this video is posted is the day of the party, so I might film that. But I'm actually so excited because it's a lot of my friends. We get together every year and make these vision boards, and I feel like it's just a really good way to set our intentions for the new year and just be surrounded by good energy. And I'm just so excited to be hosting it this year. I think this is a super fun part, and I love visualizing my vision boards either on Pinterest or a physical one. I think it just has so many benefits. So during the year, whenever you're feeling maybe lost or a lack of motivation, you're able to look back on your vision board of the year and see what you actually wanted, what your intentions were in the beginning of the year, and really focus on those. Although your goals may change every month, I think it's still so good to have one big intention that you really want to focus on this year, which we were talking about a little earlier. But the sooner you start, the closer you are to the life you envisioned. So with all that being said, let's go to the last and final step. Step number 5, reset your mind. There's one thing I learned about this year is perfection is the enemy. And if you watched my last couple videos, I definitely went more in depth about this. But to touch on it a little more, you don't need everything figured out by January 1st. Cut yourself some slack. You have every single day to grow on that. Starting now will allow you to focus on small, actionable steps that are consistent, and it will allow you to grow every single day. Because remember, small changes make the biggest difference. For me, letting go that things might not go as planned was a huge mindset change and a little reset that I definitely needed. It reminded me also to celebrate small wins, the biggest wins, celebrate everything in between, because you only have one life. Celebrate everything. So like I mentioned earlier, the book Atomic Habits I read this year has really allowed me to have that mindset change. I think you should definitely not overstress yourself, especially at the beginning of the year, because it may do more harm than good. You definitely don't want to try to overwork yourself before the new year, but honestly, overall, just take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you only have yourself, and you should definitely take care of yourself and be proud of who you are and how far you have came. So there you have it. Those are my 5 actionable steps of how you could start 2025 on the right foot. I hope this inspires you to hopefully take some time for yourself to reflect and reset. Let me know in the comments what one of your biggest wins of this year was, or what you're looking forward most in this upcoming year. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys like this productivity lifestyle type content, because that's what I make on my channel. But I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Bye.